Bonjour and welcome to TVF1. I'm Melissa Theriault, your host. I'm here in Paris at the Parti Socialiste Leadership Convention, and I've just been told that Monsieur Fabius is the new leader of the Parti. Congratulations, Monsieur Fabius. How are you feeling?
I'm very well, thank you. I'm delighted to have been selected as leader of the Socialist Party.
Wonderful. Under the Fabius Socialists, how do you think the party will do in the upcoming elections, legislative and presidential?
Well, of course, I think I'm going to be biased on that one. I think that the Socialist Party will manage to capture both the Elysée and the National Assembly because we are the party of ideas.
The party of ideas, eh? What kind of ideas are you going to present to the French people that are new? We haven't heard many new ideas yet from Monsieur Dora, the Prime Minister, and I was wondering what kind of ideas Monsieur Fabius had.
I don't see it as great strategy to give away all of my cards yet, but I think that I will be working towards getting back to our socialist roots. We'll work towards getting French people security in their old age, dealing with the environment and social protection. Because at the end of the day, if we don't win this next election, it's the French people that will suffer. We just can't afford to let the UMP win once more.
Let's talk about Monsieur Dora. He's currently going to be possibly the Prime Minister of France. Chances are good that he will win, that he will be voted in, sorry. And you and Monsieur Dora have had some rough experiences. I'm just curious as to what your full opinion on Monsieur Dora as Prime Minister is, and if the Laurent Socialists will support him.
A Duma government will be a tool of the Sarkozy administration, I believe, and I think that we have to, as socialists, oppose the Duma government because it will represent everything that the UMP has wrong about France. It will be intolerant against immigrants, I believe. I think it will work against social cohesion, and it will build huge divisions in our society. And that's why socialists must oppose the UMP government, because at the end of the day, we can't tolerate injustice in our country.
On that note, I'd like to go to the actual transcript from the La Palais Bourbon, and I'd like to quote you here. While I know that l'UMP loves to stifle debate, I would like to ask Monsieur whether he believes that the protesters in the urban cities are victims or criminals. What was the thinking behind that? And well, can you answer your own question, I suppose? What do you think?
Well, I think it's been clear since the de Gaulle governments, right-wing parties in France have always aimed to stifle debate. They've always wanted to stop the left wing voicing their own opinion, and that's what's dangerous about them. And to answer my own question, I believe that those who protest, those who go out into the streets to manifest, they are true victims of the injustices within our society. And if we want to improve their lives, we have to eliminate the causes of their discontent. I can't think of a greater rejection of our society than people burning cars in the streets, and we have to do something to stop this.
What will the Socialist Party do to stop this?
I think we know what we're going to do. We're going to win the next election. Then the real job of government begins. We'll draw up our policies, we'll capture the imagination of the French people, and then we'll build a new republic, a sixth republic, one to replace the old and broken fifth republic.
So you want a new republic, a sixth republic? What could this entail? I mean, the French people are so madly in love with their de Gaullian republic that they have currently. What would the Sixth Republic be?
I think that the love affair that we've had with the Fifth Republic is an unhealthy love affair. France is built on revolution, and this is why I believe that we require a Sixth Republic, a new stage in our evolution. With a Sixth Republic, we will have a new constitution, one that will guarantee all of the rights of a citizen.
And which rights might those be?
We live under a dictatorship of big business that pours funds into political parties and expects that when the party's in power, they'll get favours paid to them. We'll outlaw practices like that in our new constitution and eliminate moral decay. At the end of the day, our constitution dates from over 40 years ago, and it has to be radically updated in order to serve the people of France in the way it has to. I believe that the tools of the Fifth Republic are highly undemocratic, and the power of the presidency must be cut. We live under a dictatorship of big business that pours funds into political parties and expects that when the party's in power, they'll get favours paid to them. We'll outlaw practices like that in our new constitution, and eliminate moral decay. The Sixth Republic should be born out of democracy, the democracy that was established in 1789. But it must itself be part of a new democratic age, a republic ruled by each and every citizen. But the rights you asked me about? It will include a fundamental declaration of human rights and personal liberties that will bring forward a new era in civil, political, social and cultural freedom for all French citizens.
With these human rights that they're entitled to, would they be in accordance with the United Nations Declaration of Human Rights?
They'd go much further than that. They'd guarantee a liberty to leisure, which our current president wants to undermine. We'll give French people the power to be masters of their own lives.
On the same path of Mademoiselle Bédard, she asked during Monsieur Dorat's hearing in the Assembly what his stance on Afghanistan was and other OTAN missions. I was wondering what the Fabius Socialists were planning in regards to Afghanistan, possibly Iraq, and other American-run missions.
With me in office, we'll never take orders from London or Washington ever again. For too long, the French Republic has been a puppet of the United States of America. And we have to use this election as a chance, not to change the direction of our domestic path solely, but to halt the rot in our foreign policy. I will reconsider our position within the American tool of war, OTAN. I believe that France is able to fend for itself in this post-Cold War world, and that we should be able to choose which wars we involve ourselves in.
Well, you sound like the mix of the Parti Communiste and the Gaullist. Thank you very much for your time, Monsieur Fabius. Back to the main control.
What a comparison. It's been a pleasure.